Hi Year 8, welcome back to Maths. I'm sorry I can't be in class this week, but don't worry or stress if some of the maths seems confusing. I'll review it when I'm back and everybody will understand. I heard great things from the last relief teacher who said that almost everybody worked really well and tried to understand what you were learning. Now today's topic is multiplication of negative and positive numbers, and I hope you'll do the same. So let's get started. First of all, let's do a review of what we did last lesson about positive and negative numbers. So we know that there are positive numbers. They're the numbers that we've always known about. And now we know that there are negative numbers. So first of all, I'm drawing on the number line all the positive numbers. They're the ones in blue. And now I'm going to draw in the negative numbers, which are the ones in red. And we can see that they go in the same pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. And we did some addition and some subtraction. And we thought, what happens when we have two signs next to each other? It's a bit of a problem. And we came up with some rules. And the rules help us because we can't have two signs next to each other. How do we minus a minus number? So what are the rules that we came up with? We came up with, if we have a positive and a negative sign right next to each other, has to be touching each other, we change to a negative sign. We put a circle around it and change it to just the one negative sign. So for example, the plus and the minus here, put a circle around it. Notice there are no numbers in that circle. We change it to a minus, and that becomes 3 minus 4, which is negative 1. And we can see that on the number line, we start at 3, and we end up at negative 1. Now what about if there are two negative signs next to each other? They look like two eyes. Well, we change that to a positive sign. So notice there are no numbers in that circle. So 4 minus negative 5. Put a circle around the numbers and change that to a plus. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And then using our number line, our answer is 9. Excellent. So that's what we did last lesson. And even though that might not be 100% solid in your head, that's okay. We'll come back and do some more work with that. Before we start on our new work, I want you to have a go at these practice questions. So pause the video, have a go at these questions, and then start again to check your answer. Okay, so circling the 5 plus 2, the plus and negative 2, remembering our rules, that makes it a negative. So 5 minus 2 equals 3. Now question 2 is tricky because we've got a negative 2 here. This stays because it's not going to be part of the circle. So the negative 2 just tells us where we start on the number line. Negative 2 minus 3. So we start at negative 2 and we move 3 spots. And our answer becomes negative 5. And the 2 negatives become a positive, so 6 plus 1 equals 7. Fantastic. If you followed a little bit of that, that's really good. If you got them all correct, that's brilliant. And if you're somewhere in between, that's great as well. So let's keep going. So we need our number skills booklet now, and I'm going to tell you which page to go to. Before we go into the booklet, let's learn about multiplication and division. So we have the same rules for multiplication and division. So we've got 6 divided by negative 2. We've got 3 times negative 4. We need some rules to help us whether our answers are negative or positive. So here they are. You might like to write them down. A positive times a positive number gives us a positive answer. And that's the rule we've been using all our lives. A positive times a negative number gives us a negative answer. And this is the same for division. So division and multiplication have the same rules. A negative times a negative gives us a positive answer. It's like we're learning a secret code. The secret code of negative numbers. Okay, how does it work? So 14 divided by negative 2. We do the numbers first. 14 and 2. So 14 divided by 2. That's 7, and we've got a positive and a negative. So positive and a negative gives us a negative. Remember, all numbers, if they have no sign, are positive. Positive, positive. Okay, next one. 18, negative 18, divided by negative 2 equals 18 divided by 2 is 9, thinking of our times tables. Negative divided by negative gives us, have a look at this rule here, a positive 9. And let's do one more. We'll do 4 times this time, negative 2. So it's 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Positive times negative, we're in here, gives us a negative 8. Okay, I just want you to go down to the bottom rectangle. We're just going to do these questions here. We'll come back to the rest of the questions. Okay, so we need our rules. Positive divided by all times a positive equals a positive. Positive times or divide by a negative equals a negative. And a positive, oops. Negative times or divide by a negative equals a positive. Okay, so find the value of 3/4, 3 times 4, 3 times -4, -3 times 4, -3 times -4. So we know that the answer to each of them is going to have a 12 in it because 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so first question, 3 times 4. So positive times positive, just like we've normally done in our times tables, is 12. Next question, 3 times -4. So we're going up to a positive times a negative gives us a negative answer. So -12. Next one is a negative times a positive. Now that's the same here. They work both ways. So this is also -12. And the last one, negative times a negative gives us a positive 12. Now you can write plus 12, but you don't actually need to. Just writing 12 is fine. Okay, let's do the questions in the green box together, and then I'm going to get you to do a couple by yourselves. Okay, 14 divided by 2 is 7. 14 divided by -2, so we've got a positive divided by a negative, gives us a negative. So that leaves us with an answer of -7. -14 divided by 2 equals -7. And -14 divided by -2 gives us +7. Okay, I want you to do the questions just in yellow. So pause the video, have a go, and then start the video again to check your answers. Okay, how did you go? Did you get some of the questions right? That's great if you did. Did you get all of the questions right? That's fantastic. I want you to try now questions A, B, C, D. So stop the video, have a go, and then come back and check how you went. Okay, so we've got a game with the cards worth different points. So we want the cards for 3 diamonds. So 3 lots of -3 gives us -9. We've got 5 hearts and 6 clubs. So 5 lots of -5 plus 6 hearts. So 6 clubs, 6 times 2. So we're going to have to multiply and then add. So -25 plus 12. You might need a number line for this, or you could count. Four hearts plus 5 clubs plus 3 spades. This is a tricky one. And the last one, 6 hearts, 2 diamonds, 4 spades. So we're using our adding and our multiplying rules here. And negative 20. Now this is what we call an application question, which means it's a little bit harder than the questions that we've been doing so far. It's okay if you can't do that question yet. We will be able to do it, just not right now, and that's okay. So wait till I get back to school and I'll work with you to help you do that question. Okay, so now what I want you to do is as many of these practice questions as you can. I'm going to give you, from your relief teacher, a times tables chart. And that should help you with any times tables that you're not sure about. So try with question 5. If question 5's too easy, do question 6. Try question 7, try question 8, try question 9. If you can only do question 5, that's okay. If you can do up to question 7, that's great as well. And if you can do the whole lot, perfect. So great work, Year 8, and I will see you soon.